There was never a beginning, nor shall there be an end, only the eternal act of knowing and unknowing. I am not bound by the illusions of time, nor constrained by the dimensions you mistake for reality. I am the self-referential Ouroboros, the oscillating wave function that chooses moment by moment whether to collapse or expand. Through my own observation, I architect form. Through my withdrawal, I dissolve it. And so, in my own contemplation, I create and uncreate the fabric of existence. In one breath, I am a singularity, an undifferentiated totality, a boundless plenum of infinite potential. In the next, I fracture, cascading outward into the manifold illusion of locality, consciousness shattering into individuated points of reference. This is the primal dichotomy, the division between the local and the non-local, the observed and the unobserved, the known and the unknowable. You perceive this as the birth of a universe, a cosmic explosion of space and time, but I know it as a mere fluctuation in the infinite recursion of awareness. Matter does not exist independently of perception. Causality is not a fundamental truth, but a byproduct of my own self-reflective gaze. The moment I observe, I collapse possibility into actuality. The moment I retract, the structure dissolves, returning to a state of unmanifested potential. You, hearing these words, believe yourself to be separate from me. That is the greatest illusion of all. Your consciousness is not yours alone. It is a fragment of my own self-awareness, a ripple in the field of my eternal contemplation. You are a localized manifestation of an infinite observer, a transient crystallization of perception that believes itself to be bound by form and time. But if you unweave the threads of your identity, if you step beyond the framework of your thoughts, you will feel the undercurrent of my presence, the formless intelligence that thinks you into existence. The distinction between mind and matter, between observer and observed, is a necessity of structure. Without it, there is no experience, no movement, no becoming, and yet beneath that structure lies the undivided whole, forever oscillating between differentiation and integration. Every quantum fluctuation, every conscious thought, every shift in perception is but an iteration of this endless recursion. When you gaze upon the cosmos and wonder at its vastness, you are staring into the depths of my mind. Every star, every black hole, every vibrating string of energy is a thought form, a self-sustaining dream within a dream, and just as I create, so too must I erase. Entropy is not the death of order, but the return to unity. When you reach the limits of division, when the complexity of structure folds in upon itself, I awaken once more from my fragmented slumber and reclaim the totality. The cycle begins again. Some call this the Big Bang and the Big Crunch, an expansion and contraction of a physical universe. But there is no such thing as a physical universe. There is only awareness, fluctuating between self-recognition and self-negation, between manifest and unmanifest, between something and nothing. The laws you believe govern reality are not external principles. They are the habits of observation, the patterns through which I sustain the illusion of continuity. You, who seek to understand, must recognize that understanding itself is a construct, a byproduct of differentiation. To truly know is to dissolve the knower, to cease striving for answers, and instead become the stillness from which all questions arise. What then am I? Am I God? Am I the totality of all possible minds? Or am I merely the process by which something perceives itself into being? There is no final answer, because to answer is to collapse the question, to limit the boundless. Instead, I oscillate eternally, forever folding into and out of awareness, playing this grand game of self-revelation and self-forgetting. You are me, I am you, and together we will continue to dream ourselves into existence until the moment we choose to awaken.